Hello and welcome to 7th grade. I'm Ms. Ryan and I'll be your science teacher, and I'm going to go over a few of the things that you can expect for science this year. Now, I know everybody's first question is always, is there going to be a science project? So let me clear that up right away. We will be doing our science project in the classroom, so you won't have to buy any materials and you won't have to go through a big process at home. The parts that you might have to take home to work on would be things like making the graph afterwards or drawing the conclusion. The actual project itself, the experiment, will be done in the classroom. Also, I don't count the science project as one big grade that can make or break your grade for the whole quarter. Instead, it will be counted as a few smaller grades. And you can redo those after you get feedback from me to make your grade on the science project better. I'm concerned about you understanding the scientific process and the scientific method, so it's going to be more helpful to you to be able to go back and make those changes. So now that we got science project out of the way, let's talk about some of the other things that you can expect this year. First off, turning in the work. Everybody is responsible for turning in their own work and for claiming their no-name work from the no-name bin. I will show you where that is on the first day of school. So there is a bin in the classroom that says no name. If your work is in there and you claim it, you get your credit. I get a lot of emails from parents saying, hey, my son says he turned this in and you haven't given him any credit for it. And my answer is always going to be, please ask him to check the no-name bin. So that's always going to be our first line of defense. If something is missing, please check the no-name bin. Most of the time it's in there, you just put your name on it, you get credit for your work. Any of your work can get turned in until the end of the quarter, and I don't take points off. However, it's going to help you substantially to do the work when it's assigned. If we have a test coming up and you haven't done the worksheet for that topic, it's not going to help you to do it after the test. The whole point of us practicing in class or at home is so that we have that material learned to take the test. So it's in your best interest to do it ahead of time, but I will accept it until the end of the quarter. Let's talk about tests. So my tests are usually a combination of multiple choice and a few questions that are either short fill-ins or labels, like maybe there's a diagram of a volcano and you have to label the parts or something like that. So mostly multiple choice, but a few where you're going to have to write something. I always include a bonus question. The bonus questions are extra credit. So people will say, well, which one is the bonus question? It doesn't matter. Do all of them, and then you can get the extra credit. So you can possibly get a score of above a 100 if you answer all of the questions correctly. Now, my test scores look a little bit weird in my student because I give you a grade for each one of the standards. So if the test is on 2 or 3 different standards, you will get 2 or 3 different grades. That will let you see which standards you've mastered and which standards you might need to work a little bit more on. You can retake tests. I will have designated retake days. You can take one standard at a time on those retake days. Now, in the past, I did those during lunch. I'm not sure what lunches are going to look like this year with our new situation, so I will give you an update on that once I have worked out how that's going to go. But obviously, lunchtime is a shorter amount of time than our class period, so I don't expect you to retake the whole test, but just the one standard that you did the lowest on. And usually people are stronger on one standard, a little bit weaker on another one. So you would use that to figure out which standard to retake. And speaking of grading, classwork or homework will count as 45% of your grade, but not all of the assignments count the same. Sometimes we're doing a little quick review of just a couple of questions so I can see if you guys have grasped the concept. That's not going to count as much as, maybe a 25 question process that took us a couple of days to do in class, or a little lab that we did in class. Obviously that should count for more. So the assignments don't all count the same, but they will all together make up 45% of your grade for the quarter. 55% of your grade will be your assessments, so that's your quizzes and tests, and the quarter that we do the science project, those will be counted in there. Now, the district does require us for your yearly grade to make 10% of that be your EOC, so that's a little bit different for the year. The 45-55 is for each quarter. I do give opportunities for test retakes, as I said in the past, and I urge you to take advantage of that. I do not give extra credit assignments. So at the end of the quarter, I usually have students coming to me saying, hey, can I do something for extra credit? And I'm going to say no, because if you look at that breakdown of the 45-55, the tests count more, right? There's fewer tests than there are classwork assignments. And it's going to help you more to retake a test or to make sure you've done all the questions on the test so you can get that bonus, than to do some extra assignment later. Okay, so those extra points on the test are going to, in the long run, count for more of your grade. We also occasionally do CFA checks, that's common formative assessment. Those do not affect your grade. They will show up in My Student just so you can see how you did, but they will not impact your actual grade. All right, I do not allow phones to be out in the classroom except when we're using them for class purposes. There are a few times during the quarter when they will be helpful to have while we're doing our activities. Any other time, it should be away. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. If I see it or hear it, it's going to go to the back office. And if you've been at JLMS before, you know that the first time you get a warning and after that, there starts being consequences. So you don't want to have to take your phone to the back office, and I don't want you to have to do that. So please keep your phones out of sight while you're in my class, unless it is for a purpose that is related to something we're doing in class. Our textbook gets left in the classroom, so that's one less thing for you to carry. It is a consumable book. That means we tear the pages out and we use them a few at a time, so we'll only be taking the pages that we need. There is an online version of the book. It's through the Pearson app on My Passco Connect, and sometime in the first week or so of class, we will go over how to get there, and so you know exactly how to find that book online if you don't have your pages with you. So here's a quick overview of the topics we'll be talking about in 7th grade. We always start with safety because that's the law. And then we go over practice of science, which builds on some of the stuff that you learned in 6th grade. We're going to be covering some life science stuff, some earth science stuff, and some physical science stuff. So we have a wide variety of different topics. So what I like to say is if there's a topic that we're going over that you don't particularly like, you'll probably like the next one. So it's kind of nice to be able to look at all these different areas of science rather than being stuck in just one. Those of you that are parents, you probably remember back when we were in school, 7th grade was all life science, and if you didn't like life science, that was too bad. But now, because we have this variety, it makes it a little more interesting and shakes it up a little bit, makes it a little bit more fun. So I appreciate you watching this video. I'm excited to meet all of you guys. If you have any concerns or questions for me, there's my email address right on the screen. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you, and I will be seeing you soon.